and welcome to Model Kit Stuff, and today we have a focus on tools video and we'll be looking at this, which is described as a small scale model aircraft painting stand, which is made by Sphere Products in the UK. So I've had this a couple of years now, I guess. I picked it up at a model show, I think. And the basic idea is this is a stand to help you paint your single engine model aircraft, and they reckon it will do 172 and 148. I've only ever used it on 172, and the basic idea is that you can attach your aircraft to this drill like that, so that you can paint your aircraft. You can put it in the stand like that and have access to all areas for painting and also for putting your decals on. Something possibly quite handy. So let's show you how it basically works. So you'll notice the stand comes with these fittings here, this drill handle and two drill bits, which are double-ended. And what you do is you put the drill bit into here and drill a hole, widening the hole where your prop would go. So the downside of that is you're not going to have a spinny prop, but most people glue them in anyway, so that's not a biggie. Once you've drilled that out, and it's got a nice little storage area for it, everything stores quite nicely, you can then get the appropriate sized one of these to go in there. Now, the blue one is the larger one, and what you basically do is unscrew it to pull it out. So this is quite a clever little device. That pops in, pushes over inside the hole. You push that up and then you tighten it up, and that makes that become thicker in the hole, locking it into place. So let me show you how that works. You push it in, and then we screw that up, and as it screws up it locks and tightens. There you go. So that is now in place. We take this cap off, like so. Now there's nowhere to put the cap, so I tend to put it on top of the drill bit just to hold it for a minute. Then what we do is we attach that into the drill and tighten that up. So I then have the ability to hold my aircraft by hand or plop it in the stand. So it's not a difficult concept. It has some limitations. It's only good for single engine aircraft. So if you've got a twin engine aircraft, this isn't going to work for it. And although it's aimed at aircraft, you can remove this this part of the tool here, and you can basically mount anything. So you could use it as a figure painting stand, or anything that you can mount onto a cocktail stick or a drill bit or something that will go in, that will hold in here, and you can paint it. I like the fact that you've got the ability to hand hold it. It means you can get into areas with your paintbrush and move things around. So it's very flexible in that way. The other downside with this is that the two drill bits that they give you actually are so poor they will not cut plastic. They're blunt at the front, so you need a sharp edge to get in. and they just won't cut. So the drills are utter rubbish, and as a result that makes this very difficult to use unless you've got exactly the same diameter drill bits somewhere else. So you do need to replace these. These don't work. It's very, very poor that they've put something in that simply doesn't work. The rest of the stand is well designed. It stores all the parts quite nicely, and it's quite compact, so when you're not using it, everything goes away quite nicely. Yeah, I've not had any issues with it. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, and I quite like it, to be honest. It would be a really good jig if it actually had drill bits that worked. Now, the other gripe that I have with this is that the drill holder that they give you is a little on the cheap side, and no doubt they've done it to keep the cost down, but it doesn't grip particularly well, and as a result of that, I have found when I've got the drill in, let me show you, you put the drill in, like so, and I have found that what happens is this catches in the plastic and has a tendency to slip, and it's difficult to get good purchase on this. So my suggestion is you chuck these away and you drill holes for these separately, and then just use the holder for grabbing this when you've done, which does work. So the drilling element of the jig isn't great. So the other downside obviously is you've got to put a bigger hole in your model, and you might not be keen to do that. But if you are, this works quite well. It's not perfect because it's limited. You're only going to do small aircraft, but if you only build small aircraft, this might work for you. There are lots of other jigs out there. Other jigs tend to have you resting the wings, which means you've got to do one side and then you've got to wait for things to dry and flip it over. And with this, you can work perhaps a little bit more quickly. But I have made a jig which I think does a better job than this. So I do use it, but it's limited. I don't often make single engine small scale aircraft, so I don't use this very often. But when I have used it, it has worked quite well. So there you go. The company is Sphere Products, and it's called the Small Scale Model Aircraft Painting Stand. If I was to score it out of 10, I would say it was a 5 out of 10. You might find that you've got better options for the money. But there you have it. Hope that was useful. Thanks for looking in. Take care, and I will see you soon.